Hi, I hope you guys are doing well. So in this part of the Blender beginner series, we will be learning on how to bevel. Uh, then first, you click on this cube and tab into edit mode. Okay, this is the bevel tool. You can use this to let me just select one edge, and you can use this to bevel the edge. Okay, but you can obviously if you just don't want it to be flat, you want it to be have more segments, you can do this to create a more smooth looking edge. This is useful for creating corners because a lot of real world models don't have sharp edges, but we add them. So this is how to do this using you can actually click on this command, or you can obviously just use the shortcut key. To shortcut key, you can obviously you can either go on use on the vertices, or you can use on the edge. The edge one is more exciting, so I'll just go with that. I'm going to click on Control and B. Before we continue, please consider subscribing. Only 9% of you are actually subscribed. My goal is to reach 2.5k subs by the end of this year, and drop a like and a comment while you're at it. Okay, Control and B, and then I start moving it around, and if I scroll my mouse wheel, I can add or remove the number of edge loops or how much detail I want on this. So first I'll just add this much edge loop, and then when I click on the left mouse button, this menu over here, it's usually all down over here, so you can click on this to open this. There are multiple different options, but you're most likely not going to be touching a lot of these, so I'll just show you the most important one of this all, which is actually going to be useful. You can see over here the profile over here, it says that it's supercell or custom. You can again play around with these options. The only option that I think that matter most are the segments ones. If you want to play around with the other one, you can. Again, as you can see, different results are being formed, but you can play around with those. The most important one is the custom one. So when I click on custom, I'll get in this option, this graph over here, so I can use this graph. And remember, you need to have a couple of segments more to actually really play around with this. So I'll just bump up to 15, about 15. So if I select on any of this part of this line, I can just click over here to actually customly create this, and I can also change the handle types. If I click over here and then change handle type to something like this, you can see the handles change. If I click on over here, it's giving me handles, so I can move the handle around like this, and you can see the result is being affected. Or I can just click on over here, and you can see the handle is now different, but I'll just leave this for now, and I can again still keep moving and moving around. If I want to add more points, I can click on anywhere on this line and click over here, and as you can see, it is actively affecting and changing the results. If you don't want it to be, as you can see, this is sort of jagged and sharp, but over here it's smooth. Again, you can start bumping up the segments to get a more smoother result. This is very useful for creating a lot of different edge shapes, which previously was very difficult in Blender. And again, you can play on with these bezier handles if you want to, and again to click on over here, and you can add more shapes. And remember to add segments depending upon what you are looking. You can also bevel vertices. Let me just go into edit mode, and I'll just select over here and click on Control B. Right now I'm beveling an edge, but to bevel a vertex, I just click on I usually just use again down, but I'll click on over here vertices. So now it's beveling only the vertices, not the edges. So you can obviously change the edges for segments as well to get again more detailed or more less results. And when we come out over here, you can see that these are still jagged, sharp looking face surface. So but I want it to be smooth and still keep on the sharpness. To do that, I'm going to right click, and I'm currently in object mode. I'm going to click on right click, and when I click on shades mode, you can see this looks a lot like a mess. The problem is that the shades mode option is typically reserved for something that is completely smooth. It shouldn't have flat surfaces. So if I click on shade flat, the problem is it's still keeping these jagged faces. So the correct option for something like this, which has smooth and sharp edges, is right click, shade auto smooth. This way Blender had smoothed out these edges and these faces, but it's also keeping the sharpness. And sometimes it might not work. Because of that, you can go into modify tab, and you can see the angle. The current default 30 angle is working perfectly fine, but you can change this angle value to get a better result if you think the current value isn't good enough. And if you're thinking about something like why shade smooth isn't working properly, it's actually meant for spheres and spherical surfaces, or where somewhere you really want a smooth transition. So go right click and click on shade smooth. So now you can see the circle is completely shaded smooth. for. So I hope you guys learned something today. Please leave a like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel and watch another one of my videos, as that's how the YouTube algorithm works. It's a small channel and it won't cost you anything. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.